Would you eat breast milk ice cream? Because the mother and baby brand Frida is launching exactly that.
Breast milk flavored ice cream, and it represents a new thing we call a product-tizement.
All right, Jack, no free samples here, but let's talk controversial ice cream flavors, because this is a long list, man. What do we got?
Avocado ice cream, soy sauce ice cream, corn on the cob ice cream.
Look, I still put extra virgin olive oil in my ice cream, and I think it's a great win.
Salt and Straw did bone marrow ice cream.
But the most attention-grabbing flavor we've ever seen is breast milk ice cream, which just got launched by Frida Baby.
We're talking lactation gelato. No extra scoop of colostrum necessary.
Now, if your family recently had a new baby, then you know the Frida brand, which, you guys had a baby 3 weeks ago, Jack, so this is exactly you, man.
Frida makes products to help the baby and the mom go through bodily transitions and recover postpartum.
And now we know what you're thinking, besties. April Fool's joke? No. The Frida company confirmed this is not an early April Fool's joke.
But they also confirmed it's breast milk flavored, not actually made of breast milk instead of dairy.
Although the key here is that according to surveys, people might secretly be into this.
Studies show that 70% of women have sampled breast milk, and 29% of men are curious how it tastes themselves.
Full disclosure.
Oh, wait a second. Are you sure you want to go there right now?
Let's just say it's 100% of people are curious.
Yeah, maybe it's 29% who've actually acted on that curiosity.
A little bit gets on the bottle, and then it gets on your hands.
Okay.
You take a little bite. Everyone's done it, Jack. Everyone's done it.
Have they?
By the way, Yetis, this company announced the news today, but the breast milk ice cream arrives in 9 months.
This baby is due in late December.
Now, besties, the reason we were fascinated with this story is we actually did a recent story about boring businesses that a lot of you liked.
Entrepreneurial opportunities that have reliable cash flows but are overlooked because they're not sexy.
Like the plumbing industry. Well, similarly, we think there's entrepreneurial opportunity in gross businesses as well.
Businesses that are too icky for others, which ironically is kind of plumbing, actually.
Well, Chelsea Hirshhorn launched the Frida company back in 2014, and in her words, here's how she describes her brand.
I focus on gross.
And this is her insight. In an Instagram world, founders often ignore what's not aesthetic, what's not beautiful to the eyes.
What won't get likes on Instagram.
So if you think about it, there is upside in what's gross because the competition is honestly afraid to go there.
For example, Frida sells a product called the Snot Sucker.
As someone with a 4-week-old baby, you should explain what a snot sucker is, Jack.
It's basically like a 4-foot-long plastic tube, and this is why it's key. When my son Oakley had a stuffy nose, which he's had 3 nights in a row, he can barely breathe. So we removed the snot from his nose by sucking one end of the tube and getting the snot out of there. Now, don't suck too far. You don't want it coming out the other end.
Well, Frida has sold 4.7 million of these snot suckers in the last year, so they now control 54% of the gross nasal straw market.
There's no love like sucking the snot out of a newborn's nose.
This company's got a gross monopoly. Basically, they're targeting customers, new families who don't think it's gross, and so they're thrilled that this is being offered.
But when Frida plans advertising campaigns, they're often rejected because they say the copy is too graphic.
For example, Frida filmed a TV commercial for the Oscars about moms' bodies after they've had a baby.
But ABC refused to air it.
Or how about the time Frida designed a billboard in Times Square?
But it got blocked because a postpartum body was deemed too graphic.
Add it all up, and how does all of this lead to breast milk ice cream?
Breast milk flavored ice cream.
The answer is our takeaway. So Jack, what's the takeaway for our buddies over at Frida?
It's a new form of marketing. A product-tizement.
Yetis, the reality of advertising is that you can't fully control it. You're always going to deal with a middleman.
Either the TV network, which must approve it, or the FCC, which can reject it.
But you know what you can control? For the most part, you can control what you sell. You can control your product.
So after multiple rejections, because their ads were considered not safe for TV,
well, Frida created a product that is kind of wild, but can't be blocked by others.
Breast milk flavored ice cream.
There you go. That's not a product. It's an ad for the entire brand. An ad without the risk of rejection.
That, my friends, is a product